Welcome to today's English listening lesson. Our topic is sharing a room, sharing a life. This lesson is about one of the most common and meaningful experiences in life, living with a roommate. When you share a room, you are not only sharing the walls, the bed, or the desk. You are also sharing daily routines, habits, laughter, and even challenges. For many people, this experience begins in college or university when they first move away from home. For others, it happens later in a new city or even during travel. At first, living with someone new can feel a little uncomfortable. Different people have different ways of living, and sometimes those habits may clash. But over time, roommates learn to communicate, compromise, and respect one another. Along the way, they often create wonderful memories, late night talks, small celebrations, and even moments of support during difficult times. In this lesson, you will listen to a story about how roommates grow together, face challenges, and sometimes become lifelong friends. As you listen, try to notice new vocabulary and expressions. Let's begin this journey of learning English and learning about life through the story of sharing a room. Sharing a room, sharing a life. Living with a roommate is one of the most unique and unforgettable experiences many people go through in life. For some, it starts in college, when young adults leave their homes for the first time and step into dormitories filled with strangers. For others, it happens when they move to a new city for work and share an apartment with someone they barely know. Whether it is a student dorm, a rented house, or even a small room, sharing space with another person changes the way we live, think, and grow. This story is about more than just walls, beds, and furniture. It is about how people learn to live together, respect each other, and even create bonds that last a lifetime. Sharing a room is not only about splitting rent or saving money, it is also about sharing laughter, responsibilities, challenges, and dreams. The first day together. Imagine walking into a room with your suitcase in one hand and your heart beating fast in your chest. The room is small, and on the other side, you see another person doing the same thing. That person is your new roommate. At first, everything feels awkward. You don't know if you will get along, if your habits will clash, or if you will even like each other. The first day is usually filled with polite conversations. Hi, nice to meet you. Where are you from? What are you studying? These are the small steps that break the ice. Both people try to smile, even though they are nervous. This is the beginning of a journey. Learning to share. The most important part of living with a roommate is sharing. You share the same space, which means you also share the same air, the same table, the same bathroom, and sometimes even the same food. At first, it may feel strange. What if one person likes to sleep early while the other stays up late? What if one person loves listening to loud music while the other prefers silence? These differences are natural, and they become the first lessons in compromise. Roommates often learn to set rules. No loud music after midnight. Keep the bathroom clean after use. Take turns doing chores. Through these small rules, roommates start learning respect. They understand that life is not just about me, but also about us. The laughter of everyday life. Once the nervousness fades, the real fun begins. Living with a roommate means you always have someone to talk to. When you come back from class or work, you can share stories about your day. When something funny happens, You laugh together. When something stressful happens, you complain together. Simple moments become meaningful. Cooking noodles at midnight because both of you are hungry. Watching a movie together on a laptop. Celebrating each other's birthdays with small surprises. Studying side by side before an exam. These little moments build memories that often last longer than the time you spend in the room itself. Many people look back and realize that their roommate was not just someone they shared space with, but someone who became part of their story. The challenges of living together. Of course, living with a roommate is not always easy. Sometimes disagreements happen. Maybe one person forgets to wash the dishes. Maybe someone uses the other's things without asking. Maybe one person snores loudly, making it hard for the other to sleep. These problems can cause frustration, but they are also opportunities to learn patience and communication. Instead of fighting, roommates can sit down and talk. Hey, I feel uncomfortable when you borrow my clothes without asking. Can we agree on this? Or, I know I snore. Maybe I should try sleeping on my side. Through these conversations, people learn one of life's greatest skills, how to solve conflicts peacefully. Growing together. Sharing a room is not just about dealing with problems or enjoying laughter. It is also about growing as people. Roommates often come from different backgrounds, cultures, or even countries. Living together teaches them to appreciate differences. For example, one roommate might introduce the other to new foods. One might share traditions from their hometown. They might exchange music, books, or ideas. When roommates become friends. Not every roommate becomes a close friend, but many do. Over time, trust builds. Secrets are shared late at night, when the lights are off, but the conversation keeps going. Dreams are spoken aloud. Dreams of careers, love, and the future. Roommates often support each other through tough times, comforting each other when homesickness hits, encouraging each other before an important test or job interview, lending a hand when one is sick or tired. These acts of kindness create a bond. Even after roommates move out and go their separate ways, many of them stay connected as lifelong friends. The life lessons learned living with a roommate is like attending a school of life. The lessons learned go far beyond the walls of the shared room. Some of these lessons include 1. Patience. You learn to accept habits different from your own. 2. Compromise. You realize that not everything can be your way. 3. Communication. You understand the importance of talking openly. 4. Respect. You see the value of personal space and boundaries. 5. Teamwork. You discover that life works better when people cooperate. These are not just roommate lessons, they are life skills that prepare you for relationships, workplaces, and communities in the future. The bittersweet goodbye. One of the hardest parts of sharing a room is the moment when it ends. At the end of the school year, or when life takes people in different directions, roommates must say goodbye. Packing up the room, taking down posters, and folding clothes bring back a flood of memories. There is sadness in parting, but also gratitude. Because no matter where life goes, the time shared together will always remain in the heart. Roommates in different stages of life. While many people first think of college roommates, the experience can happen at other stages too. Young professionals share apartments in big cities to save money. Travelers share hostel rooms. creating friendships across the world. Adults sometimes share homes, creating unique family-like communities. Each situation is different, but the lessons are the same. Sharing space means sharing life. Why sharing a room matters. At the heart of it, sharing a room teaches us something deep. Humans are social beings. We are not meant to live only for ourselves. When we open our doors, our space, and our lives to others, we grow stronger and kinder. A roommate may not be a family member, but they can become like one. They may not stay forever, but their presence can shape us in unforgettable ways. Conclusion: sharing space, sharing life. Sharing a room, sharing a life is more than just a catchy phrase. It is a reality experienced by millions of people around the world. It is a journey of learning, laughing, adjusting, and growing. When we share a room, we share more than space. We share stories, cultures, habits, struggles, and dreams. We discover not only who our roommate is, but also who we are. So, if you ever find yourself in a small room with someone new, remember this. It may not be easy at first, but it could become one of the most meaningful experiences of your life. Because when you share a room, you also share a piece of your life. And that is where true connection begins. Thank you for listening to today's English lesson, Sharing a Room, Sharing a Life. I hope this story helped you practice your listening skills while also thinking about the real experiences of living with a roommate. As we learned, sharing a room is not only about saving space or money. It is about learning to communicate, respect others, and sometimes creating friendships that last a lifetime. Every lesson is a chance to grow, not only in English but also in understanding life. I encourage you to think about your own experiences. Have you ever shared a room with someone? What lessons did you learn? Try to write a short reflection in English. This will help you improve your writing and make the new vocabulary stay in your memory. If you enjoyed this lesson, please support the channel. Like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future lessons. Your support means a lot and helps us create more useful content for learners around the world. Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep growing in English and in life. See you in the next lesson.